Yeah, no, I thought he pitched really well. He had the double play ball with David Wright, and then and then a chopper off the plate, and then a broken bat single for 2. And I thought he threw the ball where he wanted to. Considering he had limited starts in the spring, I thought he was sharp. So I thought he pitched well enough to keep us in it. That's for sure.
As you're watching Desmond so far, do you see a guy trying to put too much on his shoulders, thinking too much? What stands out to you?
I don't know. Today was it's a good double play ball for us, and he just got it in between hops. Didn't move his feet as well as he normally does to get the good hop, and he was in between and it kicked off the heel of his glove. But I don't see anything in particular. He's made a couple of nice plays too. Last night, a couple of skipping balls that were on a wet turf that he handled fine, and it's one of those things. It's running back out there. He'll be just fine, I think.
Any particular thought as to why April seems to give him trouble the past few years defensively? I mean, plays great later in the season, but for whatever reason, April.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's the first game I think we throw out, and today he just didn't get himself in the proper position. I think that if we look at it as a whole, he's a pretty darn good player, and we're happy to have him on our club. So that's what I take from it. And he's dynamic. He does a lot of things on the baseball field that help us win. I was pleased with a couple of base hits he got today the other way. That's a good sign. At the end of the day, it's about winning baseball games, and that ball that Murph hit could have been a double play ball too. Just happened to go off the plate. So it's the way the ball bounces sometimes. But we're happy to have him.
Would you make a Hardy's return?
Yeah, I thought he was really good. The ability to throw the breaking ball for strikes, off-speed changeups. Generally, you would imagine first time back out there in a real game anyway, would have some adrenaline flowing, but he had feel, good fastball between 94 and 97, and throwing it where he wanted to. So that's why he's one of the premier pitchers in our game. He was really good.
I know the chop and bloop and all that, but does it concern you at all that error, and then all of a sudden you look up and Strasburg giving up a 4-run inning? It's been a thing that has happened over the years.
Well, I don't know. Are you telling me that that's what's happened over the years?
It feels like that, yes.
Well, all I know is that for me today, Stephen pitched well. And that's all I can take from it. That's all he'll take from it. And us as a team, that's all we'll take. Errors are going to happen. It's going to go that way sometimes. But we can't put too much stock into it because we got another one to play tomorrow. So that being said, he pitched well. I think that him having limited outings in spring, he got to close to the 100-pitch mark, which is important for him. It's almost like his last start of the spring. So I don't put too much stock into that because that play can be made tomorrow and we can win that game. So we'll just go play. That's what we do.
Michael Taylor, we've talked about a lot. He can strike out, and he does strike out. He did today, but it looks like he's able to kind of come back from that and not let it sit. Have you seen that in his approach, or did you always know that about him? Or?
Well, I think he's making his way. He had a fantastic minor league season last year. Got a taste of the big leagues. Had some success, and with consistent at bats, he just continues to get rhythm and timing, and it's good for him to see. All of these pitchers to get a sense of them too. But today he battled. In his last at bat, he really battled, fouled some pitches off, and then ended up hitting the ball off the wall. So that's a really good sign for Michael.
The Mets are obviously going to be one of the teams that are going to be chasing you guys this
Sorry?
The Mets are obviously going to be one of the teams that are going to be chasing you guys this season. What's your takeaway from what you saw from them, about how they look this season based on what you saw from them this series?
Well, right now we're chasing the Mets. So I'll tell you that. So they're 2-1, we're 1-2. They've got a really good team. They do a lot of things well on the baseball field. So, They're balanced offensively. Their starting pitching's really good. They had a loss, at the back of their bullpen, but they've got somebody to step in and do that job. They've got good lefty matchups and guys that can fill the middle, that can go multiple innings for them. So they play the game well. We'll have to play well if we're going to beat them. And, they came through in this series a couple of times when they needed to and pitched well. And they beat us 2 out of 3, so we'll see if we can return the favor next time.
You mentioned the other day how you liked Harper was going with what he was pitched. What did you think of his approach today against Harvey?
Well, he swung at some balls out of the strike zone today. The strikeouts were balls up in the zone. And with Matt, that ball comes in there pretty quickly. So one of the keys against him is to make sure that we swing at strikes. He got Harp a couple of times today. The last ball he hit fairly decent, but, I think he's just fine.